Good morning and welcome to your math class today. It's Tuesday, April 13th. Your learning target for today with chapter 8 as we get into lesson 1 is I can find the circumference of a circle. So yesterday, one of the first things that you did was looked at a video with Math Antics on what a circle is and then some parts of a circle, as well as go through some definitions that you'll need to know as we talk about circles for the next couple of lessons. So we're going to use that background information to help us out as we head truly into lesson 1 today and look at finding circumference, which is the perimeter around a circle. So in lesson 1, you're going to see one of the first things that I have you doing before we truly start calculating circumference is I want you to look at an article that's called How Are Circles Used in Real Life? And so it's going to look like this. It's linked on the agenda. And when you bring it up, here's the article. And you're going to go through and read, and you can read individually. You can read within your crew. It's up to your crew teacher how you'd like to do it. Maybe your crew teacher would like to read it to you, or maybe you have some volunteers in class that also would like to read it. But you're going to go through and look at some different examples here. And there's some great ones here to look at. Okay. And so after you go through that article and read it, then you could either discuss as a class or do a turn and talk. And what I'd like you to talk about is if you do a turn and talk, each partner should have 2 examples of what they learned within that article, meaning what are 2 examples of how circles are used in real life. And if you can, try to pick something from each section. So again, if I go back here for just a second, you'll see that there's examples in architecture, there's examples in science, there's examples in construction. Try to pick something different from each one of those to talk about. And so each partner would have 2 examples that you could share with each other, or again, you could discuss it as a class. If you're at home virtually learning and are reading the article, again, same thing. Think about 2 examples that you can reflect on how they are used in real life. So once that's complete, then you're going to meet me back at the next video, which is going to be getting into your math book on page 613. So you'll need your math book, you'll need your pencil, you'll need a calculator. I put that as well. That's important today. As we look at circumference, you need that calculator to be able to use pi and calculate the circumference of those circles. And then after we go through some book problems, the last thing there is going to be identifying radius and diameter in Schoology. So I set up a 10-question little assignment just for you to practice how you identify radius on a circle and diameter of a circle. And so that's going to look like this. Again, 10 questions. You're either going to find that radius or diameter. Again, to just practice it. You need to know what those are in order for you to truly understand calculating circumference and also calculating area here shortly in the next day or so. So that actually will take us through our hour, and that will finish us out for today. So again, like I said, you're going to start by reading the article there under number 1. And then after you have read that and had your discussion in your class or with a partner, you're going to meet me back in the next video on with your math book on page 613 with a calculator in your hand ready to go. So I'll see you back in the next video.